Hey everybody, Strangers103 here today with another Company of Heroes 2 replay cast. I'm playing with Dick Fury in a pre-made 2v2 against a double Soviets for double OKW, so no mixed factions over here. Starting off with Special Operations, Elite Armor, and Firestorm Doctrine, just for dealing with Brits. Special Operations for Yuri, Elite Armor, to share doctrines and fortifications instead, getting the Howie to deal with British stuff later on in the game, whereas I'll be able to get earlier access to anti-British emplacements and general anything kind of camping. Going for a Volksgrenadier heavy start, Yuri going for a Volksgrenadier build as well, no double shell Pioneer shenanigans. In the south, we've got another electoral mastermind with the Soviet Shock Reserve and Combined Arms Army going into a Special Rifle Command with a Conscript and almost certainly into Penal Battalion build after that, probably Scout Car shortly to follow. His teammate with Armored Assault, Urban Defense, and Guard Coordination. This guy with lesser, his friend with more support weapon doctrines, and Yellow Karma with vehicle-based doctrines, entering into support weapon company build, wiring off the fuel point, yet to secure the cutoff over there. Ikaburi did go here early to have a poke around the cutoff, but didn't find anything. Suspects he's going to be near the fuel point, and rightfully does find that. I head up to the north and run into Combat Engineer Squad, moving around. I'm bagging up the points just to deal with the cutoff house and the VP house, just so I can have better engagements. The Pioneers fighting a good fight against the Combat Engineers there, and they will beat the Combat Engineers, who went for the cover and then kind of just didn't go for the cover. Now he goes for the cover as I charge up, using a little bit of the cover to get to close the distance on. The Conscript Squad shows up behind, but I'm going to get some pretty good damage against these Combat Engineers here before they reach the heavy cover and get themselves protected. Folks in their squad moving up, running into the Penal Battalion, freshly out of the Penal units. That's going to be a fight that obviously the Penal Battalions will win, as I do close the distance, and now I'm just going to walk away while getting shot at. Getting for the Scout Car, pretty much the usual Soviet infantry heavy builds, whereas Karma goes for a Maxim, having lost a lot of damage on the conscripts, a lot of damage on his combat engineers, and well, I mean, three Stern models, so 4 cons and 3 engineers is certainly worth the trade, especially since combat engineers are more expensive to reinforce than conscripts, I believe. I think conscripts are 20? These guys will make it home soon. In the meantime, his combat engineers do get sent packing, no model drops, but then again, my Storms don't drop models either, so, well, 1 for 1, so I won't complain. No reason to not shoot the Penals, since they do, you know, they are the guys you can actually drop models, and yeah, it's actually 1 manpower less. But yeah, that squad does need to just de-ass the area. He's got a conscript squad inside the Scout Car, so I'm not really that worried about it overall. But my the low squad gets away, so it's time to retreat the other low squad, but I guess I selected them both, and they kind of just de-ass the area in unison. Maxim is starting to shoot a house, but like, I mean, obviously the Maxim's going to win that in the long run, but he already has a squad flanking, and he does have the early truck into a 2-to-1 Scout Car, so he will be able to easily flame these Maxim out of the house. Probably should try to avoid the arcs, but I mean, I guess it's too late. But he never even realizes he got flame grenaded, so bit unfortunate there. Yuri runs down the moment he sees the blob. Otherwise, in the north, he is going for the fuel point with his Scout Car. We've had pretty good fuel advantage, and we looked at that 33 to 13. Obviously, that's going to change as we lose this fuel point over there, but this fuel point is currently not a bad position. Maxim gets sent home with incredibly high amounts of model damage, and these folks are kind of just standing around here. They're waiting for the guys in base to reinforce and get out of that. Combat Engineer planting a cheeky demolition charge on the corner of the house, and he just completes it as I enter it. I see it, I'm like, oh crap, get out! Get out! Oh, no! He blows his own Combat Engineer squad up. In fact, his only remaining Combat Engineer squad, so he has to get it out. And yeah, he blew his own guys up, unfortunate, and I do tell him barely, so I never realized he blew him up. But like, he was like, I think maybe he thought he killed my squad, or like, maybe he realized I got out, but I got out, he didn't, so that was definitely a 90, I think it's 90 munitions well spent for the poor Soviets. He had a really bad game. Anyways, I go for a Werfer to try to deal with the scout car, but the scout car spots it on the way in using road bonus. He does get well past. UV does have a converted HQ building, and he does have a scout car against the rear armor of his scout car, so he can definitely do some pretty good damage there. Though the 30 cal in reverse, he can do some pretty good damage to that as well. I think high rate of fire, high DPS overall on the back gun, but front gun obviously has better penetration, being the 50 cal. Sending a small group of guys around, gonna build a mine, but common engineers come along. I mean, he can't see me planning the mine yet, but he walks up here. He should be able to see me planning the mine, but I'm not sure he never actually managed to spot the mine. So I guess the risk did pay off. These stone pioneers should have been trying to get closer and I put away the minesweeper, since I know there's nothing really here threatening. Gonna try to focus the guys on the negative cover. I should have probably kept them around. Do drop them onto the combat engineers though, but like, okay, they're running 1 versus 3. I'm obviously not gonna win that, so it's just time to pull away. Get my reinforcements in there to be able to fight that together, head towards the fuel point. In the meantime, I sent a squad to help Yuri out, but they kind of run into everything, so it's time to de-ass the area as well. And it's also time for me to start teching. Yuri's got another force coming out, so I will be able to start fighting that. Engineers are unsurprisingly going to get sent packing, and his conscript scout car is still driving around on the fuel point, so I'll be able to try to recap that. But for the moment, our opponents do have a bit of a fuel advantage against us, but not by too much in the long run, so it's not the end of the world. And we did have the advantage in the early stages of the match as well. Finally going for my truck, but these guys do just need to go away and just trying to soft retreat them to get a slightly better retreat path that doesn't have them running in front of absolutely everything. Planning a mine on the fuel point there, hoping that, well, figuring that he will go there next. Should have set the Werfer up to try to counter that. One Werf, that would have been a dead scout car, so unfortunately, well, I mean, they're trying to set up right now, but they really should just run, and run they do. It never actually goes. It doesn't actually go for the fuel point right now immediately. He's actually just trying to faff around behind me. He's on my cutoff point, so you know, even if I get like the fuel point, I'm not going to get any resources out of it. But at least I'll be able to have a shorter recap time. MG suffering the wrath of another flame grenade. It is a reasonably rushable house, even though it doesn't have too many. I guess you can call them dead zones. Stone pioneers get sent packing. I think, no, Stone Pioneers are planning more mines further along in enemy territory. I should have the sweeper out. Shocks hit the mine. Unfortunately, this scout car hits the mine. He's going to lose it, but well, like... Why did you not just drive here and hit the mine? Where? Yeah, a shock trooper show up. If he wants to rush me, he has to walk over negative cover. He could probably have done it with a grenade, but I'm going to dodge that and head towards the green cover against negative cover. Obviously, I'm going to win that in the long term. But stuff need to show up, so yeah, time to just de-ass the area. No point losing much terms for nothing, and no point even feeding him free veterancy either. Did find a mine here, hoping it, you know, hopefully he goes and walks onto that. I see the scout car sitting on the fuel point, and like, come on, back away and hit the mine. Oh, god damn it, I hate you. Using the VF at the cap, might as well. Probably couldn't move it up, but it's a half HP scout car, 1000, it's gone. In the meantime, down here, TKP is going to have a fun time shredding combat engineers with his 223 at this point, which is upgraded. He'll be setting it up during downtime to get some fuel, well, extra fuel or munitions up for spamming heat ammo later on. Going for the fuel point back again, since his shocks did get sent packing. The scout car is currently not doing anything, and, well, I mean, I'll have the infantry advantage over here. Moving the healthy squad up, but the shock troopers are showing up now, so it's time to try to grenade his shocks on the way in. I was hoping he's going to try to rush some guys, so no. That's a really misclick, so I failed to get the retreat. Really, really badly done there. Just going to run the second squad, no point losing them as well. And I'm losing the fights, just in general, to not having the resources available to fight that properly. Going for Puma, thinking that, you know, they've kind of had a fuel that... They're at this point a little bit ahead of us in fuels. You can see that there. They haven't teched yet. They'd be able to have double T70 up against us by the time my Puma... Well, actually, by the time I had my Puma in build order, actually. But they haven't teched, so spoiler lock. Sadly, it's the conscripts that run into the mine, not the scout cars. I don't get a free kill against that, but much better engagement there. Heavy cover with a mine and some grenades to send the enemy squad packing. Scout car still faffing around. It's cleared the mines the Soviet way. Gonna soft retreat my false grenadiers. since well, at the moment he can't cap that. I don't know that, but I kind of want to wait for reinforcements in case he's gonna get his shocks out. You can see this group only dropped a lot of HP model. No, well, one model dropped, nothing really too much. Does have medics, which is really annoying because I had a lot of bad luck in model drops in quite a few of my engagements, but he's gone for double PTRS on his penal without any light vehicle out. That's a lot of munition invested. No anti-tank grenades for his conscripts, which kind of makes you question why he went for the conscript to begin with, but he does have a conscript upgrade, so if he does want to, he can upgrade them. He can upgrade them with conscript assault tactics. The Stones are going to waltz the penal battalion, and currently just going to park him on his retreat path. He decides to satchel me. I'm obviously paying attention to that because it's the only fight that's really going on. This I'm not really worried about. He satchels my cover. I'm just going to rebuild this, so probably wasn't worth the 45 munitions. Shock troops are just going to waltz down my my squad there, but Puma comes along to save their tails. And he has in fact teched, but you see how late he is. He could have gone for... At this point, he can go for T70 and a Sutka really quickly on the fuel. So, I mean, he can go for T70 first and then go for Sutka to counter my 234 Puma. But I'm just gonna walk down his shock troopers here. They don't really stand a chance against this. But see, I've got quite a few low HP models over here. Second shock trooper squad shows up, so I'm just gonna pull it back a little bit, fight them at range, get the Puma to deal some free damage against them. This squad for some reason wants to walk up. Guess I told them to go to cover, but you know they're the healthy guys, so it's better that they tank some of the damage so I don't drop models on the back guys and keep full DPS against them. He's obviously gonna put down my squad, but again, lots of I guess in this case I do get the lucky end the model drops, so I have a lot of HP, a lot of models for the relative HP expended. I do see the scout car, but fortunately I couldn't get my Puma to shoot it on time. And now a PTRS squad that showed he's pre-PTRS, which kind of surprised me a bit because he nukes his anti-infantry capability. And I mean, you look at his force composition, you can see that it's very good in short-range anti-infantry, but rather lacking in long-range anti-infantry, so he's kind of relying on being able to waltz my units down. Obviously, PTRS does kind of counter my Puma, so that's not a bad choice in that sense. Low HP guys, probably gonna drop some. Probably gonna drop a model or two on the way back. At least I probably deserve to. But then again, he's been getting a lot of lucky model, quite a lot of lucky model HP drops as well. So I get away with that. But they definitely need a medikit by the time they get back to base, or else they'll just be wasting the manpower anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and waltz his penals. I probably should have prevented the decap of my cutoff, but he blows up my again he spends 45 munitions to blow up my sandbag, and I've got double false to the DS, so I'm just gonna rebag it, I guess. And then okay, I run into everything, and Yuri's cars around here. This is really awkward. I tell you know, for those that watch my World of Warships streams and know how much I complain about the aircraft carrier user interface there, that is just absolutely stupid. You select them and you mash the button, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't want to run, guys. I want to stand on top of a grenade." Hey guys, let's just go stand on top of a grenade like retards. So that's really interesting. I mean, then again, it's a very old game engine in that sense. Unlucky, shoot the car instead of the T70. Could have picked up a bit more off my Puma. That's really awkward, bit of an awkward start, but I get an MG just to deal with the shock troopers. I'm gonna stand these guys here. If he tries to walk into that, he's gonna get grenaded, and he's caressing my dying guy over there. I guess I mean, it doesn't deny the vision, so in that sense, sure. MG34 is set up over there, and I'm gonna just waltz down his conscripts up there since it's an easy kill. I'm gonna chuck a grenade on really late grenade throw from those guys, but I do manage to get the AoE suppression against the engineers, so I might as well just stand here and shoot them. PTRS is poking my Puma, but I do manage to nail the scout car there, which is a good riddance. So now it's just a T70 left for him, and he's building into a Suchka to try to deal with my my Puma. I do have my repair pioneers out. I'm looking at my fuel count to my command point ratio, thinking, I probably should just tech. For the medics, of course, stun pioneers walk away instead of capping the fuel. Really awkward play by me. I think I want to go build more mines down here. And I built a second Stern Pioneer squad just because, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it was actually a misclick. But Sturm can kind of deal with shock troopers by doing a bit of decent damage to them at long range, I guess. But like, if they're a misclick, I wanted to build more force grenadiers. Obvious grenade, gonna try to dodge it, but this squad isn't really going to be able to sustain that as a fight, so I need to get the Puma in there to try to help them. He stops the engagement there anyways, and I move the squad in to reinforce. He does have a PTRS squad down there, but I guess I could have been moving them through since we're currently VP-wise, we're in a happy position. Gonna get behind cover, should put away the sweeper. I've put 2 mines on that point now, I guess I really want to defend it. Gonna tell these guys to shoot the shock troopers, obviously. Grenades my Stern Pioneers, realizing, well, treating them as the biggest threat. But, again, some pretty decent HP before model drops against the shock troopers. He chucks another grenade. I'm not going to get into that cover into the grenade, and 4 guys make it away on really low HP. We've been having some... This game's RNG has been pretty incredible. Again, look at my shot. Sorry, not my shots. My Stern Pioneers running away with 3 guys on... Almost 4 guys on really low HP, but yeah. And these guys are about normal in HP drops. Time to get behind some cover. You can see that the Soviets is having a... he's having none of my little Puma shenanigans, so he's got some anti-tank assets there. Suchka could have been moving up to try to support that as well, and I do manage to get a PTRS wipe, so that makes up a little bit for it. I spot the shock troopers. Somehow they take the full damage while the other guys don't take any damage at all, so time to run them. But again, bit of a late movement. I saw the grenade, obvious grenade, world's most obvious grenade. But I don't know, my guys just didn't want to run, I guess. They definitely should just run, no reason to throw away manpower there on that. Although manpower wise, honestly, I'm in a pretty happy position. Yuri's in a pretty happy position as well. T-70 pokes my Puma, which is on attack vehicles, and for some reason that is gunfighting the wrong way. It was a bit of an interesting scenario to be found in. Back up the 5 squads. I probably should just get myself another Fox Grenadier squad. Penals walk into another mine. Still got 2 over there. Conscripts actually managed to evade the mines. I guess he walked them this way to avoid them. Like, you walk out of base straight for that point, you're gonna hit that mine. You try to go back or to the side or something, you'll hit that mine. I probably should have planted one there and just spam mines along the road. You can see kind of a difference in philosophy. Yuri likes to upgrade his Volks much more. I like to spam mines. In my opinion, the more mines you spam in the early game, the better it is, because getting an early game advantage, like him getting a good grenade on me, is always nice. Anyways, Yuri's got he's vet 4 out already. He's been having more of the infantry fighting. I've kind of been just dealing with shocks, which is obnoxious. T-34 was going for the Schwerer Panzer headquarters. I actually sent his Werfer to go help him off that. He almost lost his Schwerer and forgot about it. I should have sent one of my Pioneers to go down there and help him repair it, but in the meantime I run into Sutska. I was like, yeah, okay, let's not stick around here too long. They managed to get a poke through it. My Puma does make it away. I think it actually would have been within 1-shot range. Gonna keep a little bit of pressure against the shock troopers and just blob his shocks down. Currently, I've got more infantry than him that's kind of combat capable. These guys aren't combat capable. He uses a Suchka barrage. I'm not going to go there because I'm just going to go blob down his penals. He does actually abandon my Puma because I moved it here and I didn't notice they were there, but he wasn't paying attention to the fact that they were there either, so I at least get a reclaim on my Puma. I won't complain about that, a spot of luck for me. An abandoned vehicle that otherwise could have absolutely gone down. Would have been I mean, in that case, I would have just rebuilt it, but you know, I want to have it because he does have a T-70 and a Suchka. T-34-76 being repaired, and he's gone for armored assault, so he loses the radio intercept from the early game. He'll be going for the points. Should be leaving the unvetted guys behind there to cap it while I just have my vetted guys ahead, but I guess I'm silly. Yeah, my Puma back. Should have been using the low squad to do the capping while the healthy squad moves on. Some pretty poor plays by me here, but this was played like what 2 AM I think, just before a mini server maintenance a couple of days ago broke. Auto matching and online play in general. T-34 is still loitering around with Yuri, who lost his 223 in the push by the T-34-76. Maxim sends his folks in the packing. They should just pull away, get out of range, and stop getting shot at. They go invisible. No more sustained damage against them. Double shocks versus unvetted folks in the without upgrades. They're rather get their upgrades, but yeah, I'm not gonna stick around. That's really just a waste. Might as well just run them early. Gonna try to bag here early before the shock troopers get here, so I have some heavy cover to fight from. Not capping this point yet, but at the moment we're having a fuel advantage, which is pretty sweet. Trying to build this as I know they're negative cover, but shocks at long range are terrible. So really just trying to get the cover up ASAP. Doing my grenade spam, he does his grenades, nobody really gets anything out of it. Puma's going to help with focusing down. They're walking across negative cover and they no longer have grenades. These guys don't have a grenade either, so first shock trooper gets sent packing, second squad is going to get sent packing as well. Drops one of my folks on the low, but they're never going to be able to wipe that under this much intense fire. Chucks another grenade, so more munitions he's thrown away. Good dodge by me this time. You know, when squads actually dodge when you tell them to dodge, they kind of like live, so that's really, really sweet. Unfortunate for him that I'm paying attention to this area over here. It is the only area of the map I am currently engaged on, so there's no reason for me not to be paying attention to it. This is it. T-34-76 is still loitering around. Yuri has fixed up his own trader Panzer headquarters, and he does have a Panzer IV out of himself, so he's able to deal some damage to the T-34-76. However, unbeknownst to him, the T-34-85 has just shown up. In the meantime, intellectual mastermind on my flank has teched, and the first thing he's going to get is a Katyusha. My Stone Pioneers are walking over here to his munitions point, trying to bleed his munitions, make him stop spamming these obnoxious grenades. Just like I'm, of course, spamming my obnoxious 15 munitions assault grenades that actually have a good chance of wiping stuff if you don't pay attention, so I really shouldn't be complaining. Leaving a bit of HP on my Puma compared to his D70 and not getting the vet. Down here still going for the munitions points, sticking around, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, he loses a Panzer IV there due to a T-34-76 ram, not ready for a heavy T-34 push. Bit of luck for us, it's an immobilized crit for a healthy T-34-76 ram, so it's going to be stuck there. He recalls for it, I send my Vaffer out there, I send my Puma, which is not fully repaired, out there immediately to try to help him get a trade-off. Obviously not going to be a worthwhile trade, considering that Yuri loses 135 fuel. I know it's 140 for it, but he can salvage that if he wants to later on. If my Veffa doesn't Veff it to death. And for a 90 fuel tank though, that in the end isn't really worth it. But at least we're going to get rid of one of his tanks. 35 blows the wreck up, which is a bit unfortunate. Well, I mean, actually would have been 130 because he could have salvaged that as well. But a bit of luck in that sense, and I mean the luck has been pretty incredible this game for both sides really. But I'm floating some manpower, so I figured, well, I'm not at 12 command points yet. I might as well just get myself a Vaffa because this is what, 560? Yeah, 560. Walking up against shocks is not the world's best idea, but I can stand in the open and fight these guys. I have an MG setting up, so I'll be able to suppress these guys reasonably quickly. Kyushi shows up. He is barraging this group over here, so I'm just going to walk out of the way. His first barrage completely misses, and I want to try to stick the suppression against the shocks. Now it's time to start getting out of there. I really should have grenaded that shock trooper squad, but like for some reason, 4 assault rifles doesn't manage to suppress this shock trooper, well, to keep the shock trooper suppressed. But he runs anyways. Again, low HPs. No real model drops on him there. My Command Panther arrives on a decent timing as well. 23-minute Command Panther is kind of crap, let's be completely honest, but fighting-wise, we've just generally not been having too many big fights. It's Yuri and Karma that have been doing the big engagements, and they're on the heavy command points. So then you can see that on my 75 fuel float here. I was like 70 fuel full by the time I got my Command Panther out. I could have been doing a lot more fighting on my side. It was a generally reasonably slow game. I've actually put a Schützenmine down here on his Zemuni point. You can see that I like spamming mines. Do have all my upgrades. Yuri actually has an unupgraded squad. It's a fresh squad, so but he is loading a bit of manpower. Probably could upgrade them. Infantry veterancy wise, double con, no vet on the AT gun whatsoever. Some vets on his light vehicle. I've got one on my Puma, lost it to an abandon. But veterancy-wise, I'd say that my current opponent does have the advantage. Another series of low HP squads that don't drop anything. Conscripts manage to walk into both of the mines, and if he then retreats through this, he would have lost it, but his retreat path is here, obviously. So that's not going to happen. Safniki squad is getting blobbed, so I'm just, well, I mean, might as well just stick around, plant on the mine, get the fuel point captured. More shock troopers are spotted, so it's time to get some assets over. I left my command panther to support Yuri because he's actually facing tanks. I'm not, so I'm not really too worried about it. Shock's trying to walk me, so I'm gonna go chuck some grenades on him and basically keep them moving so he suffers slightly worse. Suffers a little bit worse accuracy on the move in. And now, being able to focus down one squad, I have 3 squads to concentrate on one squad. Katyusha comes in, and I expected him to try to dig my healthy squad out, which is a bit awkward. And I think he shot my own guys. He walked into his own barrage, but that's not going to do much. And I cancelled the mine, seeing that the shocks were coming in. Bit awkward there of a play. Figured he was going to try to hit my guys behind cover, not the guys that are moving like the first time, but that did not happen. Katyusha barrage, he pulls away immediately, which is a very good thing to do. Yuri calls in a artillery barrage against the T-34, trying to pull his assets out. He does have his own Werfer over here, but I've kind of got 2 Werfers sticking around here, so I'm happy with the situation. I left my command panther on his flank because he has an 85, and we know that we can easily get more 85s if needed. T-34-76 actually gets behind me somehow, and well, hey, double Werfer Puma plus Faust. Goodbye, T-34. You're screwed. You're not getting out of that alive. You have there's no PTRS. Well, there's only PTRS unit. Only AT unit is miles away. That grenade was miles away from my men, and still does a fair amount of damage, but his T-34 actually gets abandoned. That's the second abandon from our side of the map. And I'm going to send my command panther in. It's a shock trooper squad on low HP. I'm just going to go in. He tries to grenade his T-34 down. I'm like, oh, hold on a moment. Hey, it abandoned. That's really unfortunate. So I'm like, I'm going to try to get in there and steal it. Werfers are here, and like, I realize a lot of it. Sorry, dude. But then again, my guy there got abandoned as well. More shock troopers hit mines, because I like spamming mines. I know he's going to satchel me. And, like, I don't mind it. I've got double Werfers here to deal with any vehicles trying to push through here. It's not the end of the world. T-34 bounces my Panther. My Panther decides for some reason that, hey, there's a T-34 in front of you. Let's not shoot it. Then he proceeds to shoot the ground. While the Suchka is dealing with the stuff behind me. I grenade assault his penals while he's not paying attention. I kill that and the T-34. He tries to grenade me. I lose the squad in return. The shock grenades are actually pretty annoying. I'm gonna walk one of my Werfers up there, try to take a bit of the attention, but he was smart, he'll focus that. This Werfer is not setting up on time, which is a bit awkward. He's chasing my Panther, obviously. He wants to get the kill on that. I need to get my Puma, which was on, I think, in mid or back in base repairing. T-70 walks up, gets itself nicely Fausted. Sochka drives past my Command Panther and Puma. Puma decides to miss on the move, but the T-70 can't pursue. I do get the hit against the T-70, so, which makes up for my Command Panther's terrible luck against the T-34-76 in its face. So Suchka goes down, I lose a squad, he loses a squad with PTRSs, he loses a T-34 and a Suchka, so I obviously have the better trade out of that. Bit of luck, well, ridiculously large amounts of luck that's been going both ways in this game. We've got 2 abandons already, that's pretty incredible. Bye. Mines wins games, guys. I mined outside of his base. I don't think he ever expected that to happen, and neither did I. I never actually realized he lost his. I never realized he lost his Katyusha to my mine I planted ages ago on his munitions point. So he must be feeling really bad about that, and I never realized it. So I guess that makes it worse. But folks are low HP, not doing anything. Folks are low models, not doing anything. Obviously, out of combat, they're not going to be low HP. Run these guys, and I think I'm going to send these guys running as well. Should have used the other Stern Pioneer squad to pick up the PTRSs, but hey, sod it. I'm going to pick up the PTRSs. Karma's going towards my side to try to cut off the fuel. However, lucky timing, my Shredder just sets up, and these guys are really just sticking around to make sure my Shredder goes up damage. Yuri didn't have assets up to defend his Shredder, and he almost lost it. Which is really awkward for him, but Cons gets sent packing. That's a Flame Recon squad, not bad. But the PTRS squad runs into the half the Soviet army. Well, okay. Well, 18 men, so not really. But the fresh PTRS squad, he really likes keeping them around. But currently, his infantry is a little bit on the low end compared to, I think, yeah. I got better in infantry, 2 storms, a machine gun, and I'm going for an Ubersoldaten squad. Shock troopers are trying to flank right now, and he actually smoke grenades my machine gun. I was ordering them to shoot the shots right now, so fair play to him there. Good push against that. Again, look at the HP of the models without them losing out on them. I get my Ubersoldaten now, gonna give them infrared Sturmgewehrs because I think they're pretty good, especially against people that like to, in a late game with artillery spam and a lot of cover. They're very useful overall, so no real reason not to. Shredder Panzerhakenkreuz actually manages to track the shock troopers there, so like, oh hey my dude, you've got some low HP shock troopers running straight past my guys. I'm gonna try to wipe them. Sadly, doesn't run over my another mine. I know I've planted like 10 mines by now, and my mines are paid for themselves. Artillery barrage behind the house. I think it was to try to catch a T-34 that was parked there. Poor Shocks did actually almost make it out. He probably didn't. I mean, he probably didn't realize my Schwer was set up until it was too late, because it was his teammate squad that it was attacking there. T-70 is around, no cover, so if I can lose a bit of HP here and some models, but I've got some manpower and I'm basically capped, so I don't really worry too much about it. Plus my Puma's arriving to easily push him back, so not really the end of the world. Can't set up the sandbags yet, of course, but not even like there's much of a reason to set up the bags immediately because the house is destroyed. Panther arrives, he's gone for an SU-85 and a rebuild of his Katyusha. More grenades that I kind of failed to dodge, so it's badly done by me and lose vet 5. And hey look, abandon number 3, comrade. Anyways, I'm gonna push his SU-85. He does have a PTRS squad up there, so you can try to move that in. I need to be careful of that. I do have a 4-man squad over there, 2 vehicles. I should be able to somewhat engage his SU-85. I do go for the mark against it, but figure, okay, it's probably gonna be a PTRS squad over there. He actually gets in the building before me. There's no door there, so I guess that's to be expected. And I'm going to go chuck some, not try chucking grenades, I'm not even sure. But Panther's going to just run away from the SU-85, and I do get the Faust, somewhat unneeded Faust. These guys are trying to deal with my Panther, so that's an SU-85 kill for free, and my squad can now run. It's not really good windows for him there. My Shredder is about to murder another shock trooper, so that is just poor play by him at this point. He knows it's there, he really needs to watch that retreat path. So quite unfortunate for him, his infantry is completely devastated. And Karma here is trying to save up for an IS-2. But Blue unfortunately gets completely annihilated on the infantry front, and even though we've both suffered some pretty devastating losses across the board in our infantry department, but technically, I've gotten a lost crew, and I'm about to... Yuri calls out the Katyusha barrage, but here's an interesting thing of how I play. All my squads are like command groups, so it's Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, Group 5, and whatnot. I always have Engineer on 5. Someone's used to it by now. But Yuri calls out the barrage. I'm aware that's actual, by the way. But Yuri calls out the barrage, and I'm like, I always look up to my command area and look, okay, who's taking damage that I'm not playing with? I'm gonna select the squad and just hit the R button. But the first barrage completely straddled, it didn't do damage, so I never realized that it was my pioneers on the VP. I thought he was barraging some of the guys further on around mid or something. But, so, do get punished for not paying attention. Good wipe from Intellectual Mastermind over there. My Overstood Artman aren't going to be doing too well at long range without LMG-34s, and they are unvetted, so I'm going to pull them away and go and deal with this engineer squad that's behind me anyway, so I can get some reinforcements out to deal with my his friends, and his engineers to get sent packing. But freshly built T-34-76, I mean, it's a tank, I guess. He could have gotten out immediately, and his teammates coming around to support a little bit with his T-30-45. See if I want to mess around with it. Gonna bag up their fresh build squad here. Probably could be going for some stump conveyors for them just to try to vet them up a little bit earlier. Shock troopers are coming up behind me, but I do have some guys in a position that can engage that, but negative cover, no orange cover there apparently, despite the previous Katyusha barrage. I'm reasonably happy just to drive my Command Panther in. I know his SU-85 is gone. I know I've killed a few of his armored assets. Shots pop a smoke grenade, very good play there. I'm telling them my Panther to attack ground through it, but you know, I see a tank. And you'd kind of be silly not to shoot a tank with a Command Panther compared to trying to attack ground infantry with a Command Panther. That's a bit silly. Anyways, I blitz in to try to deal some damage to the T-34. Command Panther decides he wants to shoot the ground again. My Puma flanks his teammate's IS-2, who's moving in at this point. I'm like, alright. Time to mark that with my Command Panther. I flank it with my staff. Pretty good, be angling a little bit better there. Gonna walk up there, make sure I Faust it. He currently has no help. This guy's actually suffered a main gun crit. Katyusha barrage comes in here. He's also calling in skill planes to deal with my infantry, but it's too late. The Faust is done. I got healthy vehicles. I'm gonna kill that, and then I'm just gonna rapidly de-gas the area. Karma does have a very good vetted conscripts over there. And I did actually build this by accident. And there goes another T-34-85 from Karma. So the Soviet players have both suffered devastating casualties on the armor front. Karma lost an IS-2 and a T-34-85 in very short order. And the intellectual mastermind, who's been very manpower bled at this point, has unfortunately suffered the incapacitation of his T-34-76, which meant he couldn't support. So at that point it was a one-shot, so couldn't have done anything to support either. So that's basically GG. It was a pretty damn good push in the end by both of us. Karma tried to support his teammates' push with, well, against my push with his IS-2, but unfortunately wasn't paying attention to that. Likely trying to micromanage the survival of his T-34-85, so lost his IS-2 in the process, and I certainly punished him for that. While still, in general, having the manpower, you can see that on. Probably just pause the game as you can see there. Spoiler alert, it is over. Let's have a look at the kill-death ratios between the players. You can see the infantry play between us was definitely a lot more equal compared to Tikop Yuri against a conscript and support weapon company build. But you can also see how just quickly the map has been changing hands. Just look at 34 caps to 30 lost on my end of the map compared to the much more stable 16 caps, 11 lost to Tikop Yuri on the other side of the map. Same goes with the amount of capping that the Soviet team has been doing over there, which would obviously reflect the reasonably balanced state of the map in the end. But overall, a decent, okay infantry play for me. A couple of really terrible retreats, losing them to grenades. My opponent lost a few to grenades as well. He blew up one of his own combat engineer squads. Quick reaction from me, so to get out of the house before the demo charge killed them all. Sadly, 3 of the guys didn't make it, but at least I managed to preserve the squad, whereas my opponent has to pay 170 for a new combat engineer squad, which he had to get. Have a look at the army value graphs at the end. You can see I did actually have the best army value Command Panther arrive about here. Yeah, that's the Command Panther. Buffing up my army value, you can see, oh, T-34-85 and IS-2 in short succession. Karma suffered a heavy heavy casualty there. This was the loss of his SU-85, I think. That was SU-85 and Katyusha to the mine, and then the loss of a fair amount of his infantry there, I think, unless that's the Katyusha, that's SU-85. I don't know. Resource floats in general. That's my Command Panther. That's Tikop Yuri for the tech. In general, we did kind of float more. Karma had a couple of spikes in there. But you can see Mastermind did have a good munition expenditure as a Soviet, so that's very well played there, I guess. Although he was somewhat manpower bled, constantly spent his fuel. You see, I was capped, and I did have my Schwer tech, but like I didn't have anything I could get out of it because I built this by accident. But I mean, it was a useful thing to keep around there. And the vision it did give Yuri probably helped him out quite a bit there to be able to absorb the attacks of the his Soviet friend on that side of the map. As well, let's see. This is me. I suffered 6 swipes. Folks really weren't having a good time, losing a Stern Pioneer squad as well. Have a look at my opponents. Lost all the shock troopers, 2 of them to Schwer Panzer headquarters for all intents and purposes. The other one, I think we shot to death. I forgot. Lost 2 penal battalions, 1 to grenade, 1 to getting shot to death. Same amount of infantry wipes here, and a common engineer he blew up himself. Quite unfortunate, though he did lose all of his he basically lost all of his armor. Somehow it says 2 lost. Produced 3, lost 2, which would mean 1 left, but I mean the one that abandoned. Ah, yeah, of course, the one that abandoned he recruited and lost again, so it won't count as a produced, just a lost. Yeah, that makes sense. That's why he has that. The little discrepancy. Lost his SCD-5 Suchka. His E70 got abandoned. That's 3 abandons in one game, which is absolutely incredible. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little Company of Heroes replay cast. A very good game, well played by our opponents, well played by Yuri as well. Really enjoyed that game. Hopefully I'll find some more games that I can show you guys. Take care, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!